Good evening. This is All India Radio. I am Valsa Williams with the news at 9. The headlines. Election Commission reviews election arrangements, law and order coordination for assembly elections in Karnataka. Highest ever GST revenue of over 1,87,000 crore rupees collected in April this year. Supreme Court rules it can grant a divorce to consenting parties if marriage is irretrievably broken. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh reviews bilateral defence relations with his Maldivian counterpart in Malé, India to gift a fast patrol vessel ship and a landing craft to the Maldives. Met Department forecasts widespread rain and thunderstorm in next few days over major parts of the country. And in shooting, Maharaj Ahmad Khan and Ganemat Sekhon win gold for India in the ISSF Shotgun World Cup in Cairo, Egypt. The Election Commission of India today reviewed election arrangements, law and order coordination in view of the upcoming election to the Legislative Assembly of Karnataka. Chief Election Commissioner Rajiv Kumar held a video conference with Chief Secretaries, Directors General of Police and senior officials from enforcement agencies. This includes Coast Guard, Narcotics Control Bureau and Income Tax Departments of Karnataka and border states of Goa, Maharashtra, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. During the review meeting, Rajiv Kumar directed state teams to enhance vigilance on the state borders. He specifically emphasized the need for vigil over the 185 interstate checkposts across the 6 neighboring states to ensure that no cross-border movement of illicit cash, liquor, drugs and freebies takes place. The Chief Election Commissioner also directed officials to keep a strict watch over social media for any violations and fake narratives vitiating the election atmosphere. Major political parties are campaigning extensively throughout the state as assembly elections in Karnataka are approaching. Considering a triangular contest between the BJP, Congress and the JDS, all parties are trying hard and leaving no stone unturned. Party sources said Prime Minister Narendra Modi will begin the second leg of his 2-day election campaign tomorrow. He will address public rallies at 7 places and 1 roadshow at Kalburgi Assembly constituency this time. Union Home Minister and senior BJP leader Amit Shah today held massive roadshows in Ranibennur and Tiptur Assembly constituencies. Party President JP Nadda also campaigned in the state capital. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma held a roadshow at Koratagere in Tumkuru district. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi today addressed public meetings in Tumkuru and Hassan districts, along with a joint public meeting with Congress National President Mallikarjun Kharge at Chamarajanagar. More from our correspondent.
The 224-seat upcoming Karnataka Assembly election is expected to be a triangular contest. There will be a close contest between the ruling BJP and Congress. The Janata Dal Secular will play a possible kingmaker role. While the Congress is looking to benefit from an anti-incumbency wave, the ruling BJP hopes PM Modi's popularity and development work will help it through. Meanwhile, BJP released their election manifesto for Karnataka Assembly polls today, focusing on welfare schemes, infrastructure and reservations. Uniform Civil Code is the top elections promised by the BJP. With Sudhindra, this is SN Patnaik, AIR News, Bengaluru.
In Chhattisgarh, senior tribal leader of Bharatiya Janata Party, Nand Kumar Sai, joined the Congress Party. Sai is the first leader of opposition in the state to switch sides. He had been the member of both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha from Chhattisgarh and was also appointed as the chairman of the National Commission for Scheduled Tribes. The development is seen as a big political move ahead of assembly polls which are due in the state in November this year. Bahujan Samaj Party BSP's MP Afzal Ansari has been disqualified as Lok Sabha member after he was convicted in a criminal case. He was sentenced to 4-year jail by the Additional Sessions Judge, MP and MLA Court of Ghazipur in Uttar Pradesh. Mr. Ansari was Member of Parliament from Ghazipur Parliamentary Constituency. According to the Representation of the People Act, any member is disqualified if convicted and sentenced to imprisonment for 2 years or more. The Gross Goods and Services Tax GST revenue collected in April this year is the highest ever at over 1,87,000 crore rupees. Out of the total revenue, CGST is over 38,400 crore rupees, SGST is 47,400 crore rupees, and IGST is 89,000 crore rupees, and cess is over 12,000 crore rupees. The Finance Ministry said the revenues for the month of April 2023 are 12% higher than the GST revenues in the same month last year. It said for the first time, gross GST collection has crossed 1,75,000 crore rupee mark. During the month, the revenues from domestic transactions are 16% higher than the revenues from these sources during the same month last year. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has lauded the highest ever GST collection. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said it is great news for the Indian economy. Replying to a Finance Ministry tweet, the Prime Minister said rising tax collection despite lower tax rates shows the success of how GST has increased integration and compliance. The Supreme Court today held that in cases of irretrievable breakdown of a marriage, it can grant a divorce to consenting parties exercising its plenary powers under Article 142 of the Constitution. A Constitution bench of Justices Sanjay Kishan Kaul and others held that the 6-month period prescribed under the Hindu Marriage Act can be dispensed with. The verdict came in a batch of petitions concerning the use of the top court's plenary powers to dissolve a marriage between consenting parties without referral to family courts to wait for the mandatory period prescribed under Section 13B of the Hindu Marriage Act. The case was referred to a 5-judge bench nearly 5 years ago by a division bench of Justices Shiva Kirti Singh and R. Bhanumati in a transfer petition. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh reached the Maldives on his maiden visit today. He was welcomed by Maldives Defence Minister Maria Didi and Chief of Defence Staff of the Maldives, National Defence Forces Major General Abdullah Shamal. Mr. Singh inspected the Guard of Honour before holding talks with his Maldivian counterpart Maria Didi. He also held talks with Maldives Minister of Foreign Affairs. More from our correspondent.
Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh's maiden visit to Maldives is in tune with India's commitment to capacity building of friendly countries and partners in the region. He held talks with his Maldivian counterpart Maria Didi and with Maldives Minister of Foreign Affairs Abdullah Shahid separately. He is also scheduled to meet President Ibrahim Saleh. Mr. Singh will gift one fast patrol vessel ship and a landing craft to the Maldives National Defence Forces. During his stay, he will also visit ongoing project sites in the country and interact with the Indian diaspora. Raksha Mantri's visit will be an important landmark in building strong bonds of friendship between the two countries. The visit will further strengthen India's vision of security and growth for all in the region along with its neighbourhood first policy. For AIR News, Ahmed Moin Farooqi from Colombo.
Indian naval ship Satpura and INS Delhi have arrived at Singapore to participate in the inaugural ASEAN-India Maritime Exercise AIME 2023, scheduled from tomorrow. The Defence Ministry said the 7-day exercise will provide an opportunity for Indian Navy and ASEAN navies to work together closely and conduct seamless operations in the maritime domain. India's first indigenously built guided missile destroyer, INS Delhi, and an indigenously built guided missile stealth frigate, INS Satpura, are part of Indian Navy's Eastern Fleet. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will attend the 56th Annual General Meeting of Board of Directors of Asian Development Bank ADB in South Korea from tomorrow. During the 4-day visit, Ms. Sitharaman will also participate in annual meeting focal events like the Governor's Business and also as a panelist in the ADB Governor's Seminar on policies to support Asia's rebound. India has said that to promote universal holistic health, it is important to recognize and respect cultural diversity and integrate traditional healing practices into modern healthcare systems. Co-Chair of Science 20 and President of Indian National Science Academy, Professor Ashutosh Kumar Sharma, addressed the opening session. He said this approach will promote not only health and well-being, but also helps to maintain cultural identity and values. He said a bouquet of approaches is needed to achieve holistic health care delivered to everyone in an inclusive, equitable and just fashion. 48 delegates from G20 countries are participating in the 2-day meet held as part of India's G20 presidency. The Indian Meteorological Department has forecast moderate to severe thunderstorms accompanied by lightning and hailstorm over northwest, central, east and southeast peninsular India and said it will decrease gradually thereafter. Talking to All India Radio, Director General of India Meteorological Department IMD, Dr. Mrityunjay Mahapatra said orange colour warning in view of rains and thunderstorm in the next few days over major parts of the country.
As for the forecast issued today, we expect widespread rain or thunderstorms accompanied with hailstorms at some places and lightning over major parts of the country including northwest India, central India, peninsular India and northeastern India. We have issued the orange color warning so that people should be prepared to take actions. So people should be cautious for today and tomorrow, that is first and second. From third, intensity of thunderstorm activity will reduce.
Labour Day protests and strikes have taken over France, Italy and the Netherlands, with workers and labour unions demanding better government policies to safeguard their rights and meet their wage demands. French President Emmanuel Macron faced nationwide protests in the country, with demonstrators denouncing his pension reform, which saw the retirement age increasing from 62 to 64 in the country. The legislation also requires people to work 43 years to receive a full pension, among other changes to the system. In Italy, Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni also faced demonstrations from labour unions who called on her government to increase wages and reform the country's tax policy. Meloni's government is set to unveil a labour package on Monday amid the protests. Labour Day protests also took over the Netherlands, which saw unions demanding higher wages. In our bilingual live phone-in program Public Speak tonight, we bring you a special discussion on labour issues and labour reforms on the occasion of International Labour Day. Joint Secretary, Ministry of Labour and Employment, Vibha Bhalla, will be with us in the studio to answer your queries. Listeners can ask questions related to work-life balance, gender pay parity, labour issues and labour reforms on telephone number 011-2371-7106 and 011-233-14444 from 9:30 p.m. onwards. You may also send your queries on WhatsApp number 928-909-4044. The program can be heard on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies. This program will also be available on our website newsonair.gov.in and on our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. The seasoned Mehraj Ahmed Khan and youngster Ganimat Sekhon combined effectively to give India their first medal, a gold, of the ongoing ISSF World Cup shotgun in Cairo, Egypt. The Indian mixed doubles pair defeated Luis Raul Gerardo Oliveros and Gabriela Rodriguez 6-0 in the final of the skeet mixed team event on day 4 of the tournament. Italy took bronze through their crack pair of two-time World Championship silver medalist Simona Scocchetti and Rio Olympic champion Gabriele Rossetti. In IPL cricket, Royal Challengers Bangalore were 93 for 4 in 15.2 overs a short while ago against Lucknow Super Giants when rain interrupted play at Atal Bihari Vajpayee Khana Cricket Stadium in Lucknow. For RCB, Faf du Plessis was playing at 40. Virat Kohli made 31 for LSG. Ravi Bishnoi picked up 2 wickets. Royal Challengers Bangalore had won the toss and decided to bat first. Trade between India and the United Arab Emirates has increased significantly after the India-UAE Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement. This agreement came into force on the 1st of May 2022, and within a span of 11 months, exports from India to the UAE grew nearly 12%, crossing $31 billion mark. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Election Commission reviews election arrangements, law and order coordination for assembly elections in Karnataka. Highest ever GST revenue of over 1,87,000 crore rupees collected in April this year. Supreme Court rules it can grant a divorce to consenting parties if marriage is irretrievably broken. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh reviews bilateral defence relations with his Maldivian counterpart in Malé, India to gift a fast patrol vessel ship and a landing craft to the Maldives. Met Department forecasts widespread rain and thunderstorm in next few days over major parts of the country. And in shooting, Mehraj Ahmed Khan and Ganimat Sekhon win gold for India in the ISSF Shotgun World Cup in Cairo, Egypt. That is all in the news at 9. Good night.